What's up, bus fans? Destroyer here, and welcome back to OMSI 2, and welcome back, probably for the final time, welcome back to Chicago downtown. In today's video, guys, something slightly different. As you can see, it is rainy weather, and yeah, I always seem to drive in summer-like weather, so that's slightly different. And even though I'll be driving line 124, as you can see here, I am actually, the weather's pretty crap, so you probably can't see much. Obviously, I've already got a bus going, but this is Navy Pier, believe it or not. There it is over there. But the weather is pretty shit. But yeah, I always seem to drive in summer-like weather, so I thought I'd drive in some rain, which is kind of nice. It does take a hit. The FPS does take a hit because of the rain, but I don't know, something a little bit different. But yeah, I'm doing the return journey today, guys. So from Navy Pier to Ogilvie and Union stations. So like I said, I've already got the bus up and running. I've already logged in. Let's just get a timetable going. I did set it to 9 a.m. as well, yep, so it's 9:02 in the morning. So line 124, 401 will be the run number from Navy Pier to Ogilvie and Union stations. That leaves at 9:30, so we got 28 minutes. Let's punch that in. Displace the bus, thank you very much. So it's 40 run, so let's get the run punched in. There we go, so like I said, 28 minutes, Navy Pier. Rock and roll. It is 59 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around about 12 degrees Celsius maybe, because I think 55 is 10. Something along those lines. It's pretty cold. Actually, it would tell us up here. It's 17 degrees. There we go. So that was about 5 degrees off. I will chuck on the GPS so I know where the hell I'm going. I have driven this route before, obviously, off camera, or this particular line, this return journey before. Let me check. So I've already turned the lights on. That's all good. So it's Ogilvie and Union via Madison. Set my camera the way I like it. There we go. And instead of, checking out the IBIS equivalent every time, I'm just leave this information up here. So, yep, 27 minutes early, 17 degrees. 62% humidity, though. Okay, that's pretty high humidity considering... I actually know it is summer in America at the moment, so... But like I said, I don't know if that actually runs off real time. But anyway, yeah, so to stop, this is the terminus just back here, if you were driving to Navy Pier. The pickup point, the start point's just over there. Actually, I'll change camera view so you can see it a bit better. Zoom out a bit. Oh, there we go. Around here is the pickup point, the start point, but we're 27 or so minutes early anyway, so... But I believe that is it. I think we're good to go. Let's advance time. So, actually, let me get rid of that for a second. So, 26 minutes. About that. Still nearly 9 minutes early. There we go. Actually, it was 9:30, wasn't it? So, yeah, there we go. That would give us just under 2 minutes to go around the corner. As I pressed the wrong key on my keyboard. There we go. The Alt key will hide this control panel, by the way, if you did not know. Right, we're already in drive, ready to go. So let's disengage the parking brake, indicate, check our wing mirror, and go. Actually, one thing I will do, which I forgot to do, is turn on the wipers. Now, there's a bus there. Interesting. I've never seen a bus parked there before. There we go. Bit of a curb check there. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I actually did find out what was causing my wheel to go stupid whenever I hit a curb. And it's actually the force feedback. So, anyway, we open the doors, let people in. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. You want a ticket, sir? $1 ticket for you. Enjoy.
How you doing?
Good morning, ma'am. How are we? How are we going, rather? 75 cents. Enjoy that cheap ticket. Yeah, so apparently it's the force feedback, and I did try that out. So what I have to do is to eliminate the problem when I hit the curb, is to put the force feedback to maximum. But there is a downside to that, so I could run into curbs and the wheel won't go stupid. But there's a constant like vibration and grinding noise from the wheel, and it's a little too loud and annoying for my liking, so I've just kept it the way it is. So I've reverted back to the old ways, so you will see me have a stopping position like this where I'm far away from the curb. So, yeah. I mean, I'd rather do that. It's like that old saying, better the devil, Anyway, so we are good to go. Let's close the doors. Let's head to Ogilvie and Union Stations via Madison. And I forgot to, I'm just going to brake for a second. I forgot to turn the wipers on. Is this little lever here? Sometimes it acts a little stupid. There we go. No, that. Are you on low, bro? That's the washer as well. We'll chuck it on low. There we go. Alright, we'll reset the camera. Put the wheel back on. Reset the camera outside, because that's what I do, because of my OCD. And we'll go. Okay. So it looks like it's stuck on 17 degrees Celsius, which is just fine. Got a green light, so we can turn right. And there's no sign there, so I'm assuming if that light was red, I could still turn right anyway. Grand and Streeter is the first stop. We are about half a minute early. There's one guy in a red jacket that wants to get on my bus. Good morning, sir. Why am I talking to you when you can't hear me? There we go.
Route 124, Navy Pier.
Hello.
To Ogilvie and Union Station.
Well, screw you too.
Madison.
Hope you have a horrible day. Right, onward. Oh, hello. Ah, that's what I've been meaning to do is disable that freaking autosave, because I don't need it. You don't need autosave in OMSI 2. The only time, in my opinion, you'd actually need autosave is if you were playing and you were halfway driving a route and the game crashed and you want to pick up from where you left off. That's the only scenario where I could imagine autosave being useful, because it does cause the game to stutter a bit. But yeah, I probably won't keep this information up on the screen the entire time, although it is handy instead of doing this every 20 seconds, but... So I like to play with a clean interface. But that is just a preference of mine. So yeah, this will probably be the last video I do on Chicago downtown. The next video I'll do on OMSI 2 after this one will most likely be Hamburg Day and Night, which is a map I recently purchased again during Steam's summer sale, which I think it's about 2 weeks ago now when that ended. Because I think I've shown everything I wanted to show involving Chicago downtown. Okay, the limit is 30 miles an hour. Okay, good to know. Because I know it does change. It goes down to 20. But I think that's right in the city center. No one wants to get off. That's cool. Good morning. Hello.
Morning.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for being polite and saying hello. Are you getting on, Blondie? Blondie in the back? No? Okay. There we go. Did those doors close? They did. Okay. I forgot to enable the parking brake then. That is fine. So yeah, like I said, it takes, your frames take a bit of a hit because of the rain, but it's still playable. There was recently, I think it was like 2 days ago, there was a patch to this game, to OMSI 2. McGlurk. So, a lot of players of OMSI 2 already know this, but if you don't, whenever there is a patch to the game, always rerun your 4GB patch, or else you could see some weird things going on with the game. So,
Route 124.
Good morning.
morning, green jacket man with brown patches on the elbows.
Via Madison.
Hello, Mr. Suit. Like a $2 ticket, sir. Enjoy, sit down, no yelling on the bus. Thank you very much. Alright. And I finally got my ass in the gear and ended up getting a track IR. And if you're thinking, well, if you got track IR, why aren't you using it? Well, one main reason. I think I need to tweak the settings in it, because I tested it out off camera, and the camera, I don't know, I think it might be a bit too sensitive, which I find a little strange though, because I've set the settings in the track IR software.
With disabilities, elderly passengers, and expectant mothers.
I was just listening to the announcer there. Yeah, so like with track IR at the moment with the settings, like it's too sensitive. So I'll move my head slightly to the left and it should be like that, yeah? Kind of smoothish. But it's like that. It's like vomit inducing. So, yeah. But I find it a little bit strange because I tested it out in ATS and it works perfectly. It's like flawless in ATS and ETS. So, it must be isolated to OMSI 2, I'm guessing. I don't know, because like I said, I've tweaked the settings in the software itself. Excuse me, red ute, thank you. Need to stop here and let all these women on. Right. Because I was actually going to... Oh, you don't want to get on after all that. Well, thanks. Don't stand there then if you don't want to get on my bus. Alright, lady? Is that... Right, onward. I don't think there's any... Because there's no actual track IR settings in the game. The only thing you can do in the game is either turn it on or off. So that's why I find it a little strange where... The actual software settings is good, but it doesn't like it in OMSI 2. I'm not sure why. But I will tweak the settings a little bit, do some experimentation. Morning, morning. Hello, how are you? $2 ticket for you. Enjoy.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you? It's a bit cold to be wearing a t-shirt, don't you think, bud? Hey? I guess not. There we go. Hello, Geriatric. Hello, Mr. Suit. Alright, all aboard. The night train, very good. Okay. Speaking of train, Dovetail Games is going to announce Train Sim World 6 at the end of this month. I think it's the 26th of August. So that's going to be kind of interesting. One thing I am kind of keen on with Train Sim World 6 is I suppose it's the remake to Dami line in Japan, which of course is playable and available to play in Train Sim World Classic, or Train Sim Classic, should I say. So that's kind of nice. I am looking forward to that. I really don't think it will be like a core route with Train Sim World 6. I mean, I could be wrong, but I really don't think so. I think it will be an add-on to come later. Alright, so we are nearly 2 minutes early, but from memory, because I've driven this particular return journey quite a few times, and I always end up being about 4 or 5 minutes late by the end of it. So, I don't mind being a bit early. Because I seem to catch every single red light.
Hello.
Hello. Aren't you cold? No? So it's 17 degrees isn't exactly cold, but yeah. I don't know, with me personally, 17 degrees, I would be most likely be wearing long sleeves. Alright, here we go, turning right. It's a little bit tight around here. Especially with a rigid bus. Actually, it's a little bit easier with a rigid bus. You gotta watch out for the articulation. With tight turns like that. There's a yellow truck. Going very, very slowly. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to stop there, but who cares? Good morning, ma'am. I love it how the bus stops like half in the ground. It's clever.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To Ogilvie and Union stations via Madison.
This is nice and tight coming up. I'm amazed the bus can actually get through here. Go through there nice and slowly. Watch my wing mirror. Okay. I think I clipped the curb then, but it's kind of like a superficial clip where the game doesn't actually recognize it. So it doesn't affect the bus.
Station and South Shore.
South Shore. So the skin today is, I think it's classed as TV, public court, 1 PM to 4 PM weekdays. Okay. Nice. So yes, this is a bit of light road. I did try, like off camera, to drive in a storm again, and I had the exact same problem I had when I tried to record that Adler Planetarium video, where like the bus started to fog up, and it was like kind of light fog, but then it got to a point where I couldn't see at all. The only time I could see where I was driving was if I was driving in third person, and I tried to drive in first person because that's more realistic. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. I'm sorry. Oh, dear. Talk about realistic driving. There we go, right there. Yeah, I couldn't see a thing, so... And I can't seem to find a demister. Like, I know there's a fan down here and stuff like that, and I had that blaring. That was on, like, full blast. But the windows just didn't clear. And I literally couldn't see a thing, so... I just decided to settle for just some rain. At least I can actually drive the route. I don't think anyone's gotten off yet. No one's getting on. Okay. So look at the time already. I was about 2 minutes early. Now I'm about 20 seconds early. And by the time I get near the end, you watch, I'll be like 2 minutes late. Yep, there goes that... Oh, no, it's a stop request. I thought it was an autosave. Alright, Michigan, Washington. Are you guys actually going to get on? Or are you just mucking around? You pretending? Okay, no one's getting on. What's going on? Does it smell on my bus or something? Yo! Alright. Enjoy the rain. It's like they want to get on, the way they're standing. But, oh. I can't force people to board my bus. And on this bus as well, we will not get any passengers with a bike, because there's an attachment for a bike rack, but there's no actual bike rack there, so...
Madison and Wabash. Transfer to pink, green, brown, and orange lines.
Alright, let's have a quick look to our left. No one coming. Try not to bang into the curb. Okay, oh no, people are getting on, okay.
Stations via Madison.
How about them Bears?
I was about them bears. Well, it's the off season, bro. You know, are they training well? Who knows? Oh dear. Alright. So yeah, we're going to be leaving about 10 seconds early, but like I said, I will end up being late. By the time I get to, I think it's Clinton and Quincy, which is the final stop. That's the name of the final stop anyway. So I reckon we're 20 seconds late, but it hasn't updated. Because up here, we'll tell you. So Madison and Wabash. We hit the insert key. It says Madison State, which is the stop that is just behind me. So it does take a few seconds to actually update itself. I think you have to be on the move, so... Yeah, there's the famous L tracks right there. Diamond and Jeweler. Incorrect spelling building. Okay. Anyway. Let's carry on. Because the game thinks I'm about a minute late now. But as soon as it updates, there we go.
State Street. Exit here for Dearborn.
So I'm about
Transfer to red and blue line subway.
I'm about 30 seconds late at State. And that rhymes, so it's all good.
Route 1
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Via Madison.
Okay, let's get those doors closed and be on our way. see how it still says Madison Estate there? It thinks we're still there. Clearly we're not though. No turn on red. Oh, there we go. So you can turn right on red unless there is a sign saying you cannot, which is up there. You think that'd be down here or something, but... Right, stop request.
Clark.
And we are approaching a minute late for Clark, so... there you go. I think it might be impossible to actually do this particular return journey. I think it's impossible to do it early. I could be wrong, but... I've never been able to do it. I mean, it doesn't bother me because you get a 3-minute tolerance either way, so... Morning, 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 morning. Got those two people on mute. Let's go while the green is... While the light is green, rather. Okay, what do we got here? St. Peter's Church. Oh, by the way, I figured out why there was like all that land. Like if you watched, I think it was the Adler Planetarium run, I think. Like going to the Adler Planetarium. I'm like, why is there so much space there unless it's like a park, but there was nothing there. I actually looked it up. And that apparently is the old site for Central Station or something like that. So that's why it's like, there's nothing there. And I do believe it actually says that on there, like in the game, on the map. 'Cause I thought it was a tad strange just to have like land there with nothing there, like nothing at all, like no park benches, nothing. So yeah, apparently old site of Central Station or something like that. So that would explain that. Alright, so we're nearly 2 minutes late. Oops. There we go, I did it again. I kept thinking that I've engaged the parking brake, and then when to disengage it, I'm actually engaging it because I didn't engage it in the first place. Anyway. Alright, few peeps getting on. Hello. $2 ticket for you, sir.
Hi.
Hi. How you do? Aren't you cold, bro? Right, onward. 2.2 minutes late, 2.3 minutes late. It's kind of strange the way that counts. Because it's like 10-second increments, maybe? Actually, that wouldn't even make sense. Because it's like 0.5, 0.1, 0.3, 0.4. It's like, what? How does that make sense? Because it's not 90 seconds in a minute, you know what I mean? 90 seconds will be a minute and a half. Like, for example, this says 2.8 late. 2.8. Very weird. All I know is that I am late. It gives minute increments on the thing there, so like late 2 minutes, so approaching 3 minutes. Whoa. Wait for wait. Oh, slam on the brakes.
If the bus becomes crowded,
There we go.
please fold your stroller or cart to make everyone's ride smoother and safer.
Okay, I bet you that ticks over to 3 minutes late. Right. Now. Huh? Still 2? Ah, there it goes. 3 minutes late. And like I said, I think it's unavoidable. I don't think you could ever be early or on time with this particular run. Why is stop request flashing like that? What's the go, bro? What is the go? What is that building up there? Something opera, does it say? Civic opera? Oop, we're green. Let's go. There's like an opera house. Give it up for the Opera House. Alright, we are nearly 4 minutes late coming into Wacker. You getting on, sir? No? Okay. Bye-bye then. There's 4 minutes. Over to Drawbridge. And I have watched Blues Brothers in between
And now,
this video and
transfer to trains.
the last couple of videos I did on this.
To the Ogilvie Transportation Center.
Alright, Canal. Getting on?
Navy Pier to Ogilvie and
How's it going?
Station.
I'm going good. How are you? At least you got long sleeves on. Dressing for the weather. Thank you. Everyone else can wait. Okay, I think we're going right over to the left here. By the look at that, maybe. There's Ogilvie Station, so we are approaching the end. .4 minutes late. Bruh. Talk about crazy. But there's nothing you could do, man. I mean, I can imagine right in the city centre like this, there would be a lot of red lights. Hello, sir. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, even if you're just in a car, you were stopped at lights and you just lay on the horn, all of a sudden scare the shit out of them. Yep, turning left. I think we're near the end. We're only like maybe 2 stops away. Oh no, it's Clinton and Monroe. Because the last stop is Clinton and Quincy. We're not far off though. Oh my god, there's a truck in my lane. How dare you, friends? Food service. Nearly 5 minutes late. Blondie, you getting on? People are getting off anyway, I think. Yep. Alright.
Navy Pier to Ogilvie and Union Stations.
Bye-bye.
in Madison.
And of course we've got a red light. Always the way. When you're running late, you get red lights. You've got people that want to buy 10 tickets each. Yeah, we're going to be about 5, maybe even 6 minutes late at this rate. That rhymes again. Huh. Rhyming accidentally twice in a row. What do you think of that? Think of that, bro. Oh, there's 5 minutes. Thank you. See, it works sometimes. Complete coincidence, but... Alright, let me in. I'm just going to bully my way in anyway.
Adams, Quincy.
Adams and Quincy. Wait, Adams and Quincy? Actually, I think this is the final stop. Yeah, it is. I thought it was Clinton and Quincy. Yeah, Terminus. Anyway. Point is, that is end of the line. Yeah, too late. 5 minutes and 23 seconds late. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, it says Clinton and Quincy. Or Clinton Quincy. Not Adams. Maybe Adams is up there or something. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, of course, the game wants me to just continue on back to Navy Pier, but I will not be doing that. But yeah, like I said earlier, guys, that is probably the last video I will show on Chicago downtown. Unless there's anything specific you want to see, let me know in the comment section below. But the next OMSI 2 video will be Hamburg. Day and night. We'll do a couple of routes driving around Hamburg in Germany. But guys, that is it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Before you leave, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. and I'll catch ya in the next OMSI 2 video. Adios.